Here today because a black child is deceased and the community still does not have clear answers.
You just heard it. The Connecticut NAACP says it's now launching its own investigation after just learning about the discovery of a 17-year-old boy's body that was found in the woods in freezing temperatures back on February 21st. That was nearly 3 weeks after he was involved in a crash. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Annette Montgomery. Right now this afternoon, questions are being raised about how that search for the teen was conducted and if more could have been done to save him. So tonight, let's walk you through what we know. Just before 10 p.m. on Sunday, February 1st, Connecticut State Police say troopers responded to a 3-vehicle crash right there on the Wilbur Cross Parkway section of Route 15 northbound. Now, that was just before exit 58A. While on scene, troopers say the people inside a stolen vehicle involved in that crash ran away on foot. Officials say they immediately conducted a canine search of the area near the Quinnipiac River right there and several side streets. Then 20 days later, on February 21st, the body of a 17-year-old boy was found in the woods along the Quinnipiac River. And right now, the NAACP says it wants answers.
Whatever allegations may exist in any report, he was still a child. He was a black child, and history has taught black communities that when our children are in crisis, missing, harmed, or deceased, we cannot simply accept silence.
Friday morning, leaders with the Connecticut NAACP met to discuss the circumstances and what they call the lack of answers surrounding the discovery of a 17-year-old's body in the woods.
We've never seen anything public about this young person being found. So we have some serious questions with the Wallingford Police Department of exactly what is the policy of what is supposed to be done when you find a body in the woods.
20 days before the discovery, Connecticut State Police say a multi-car crash brought troopers to Route 15 northbound, where they found a stolen Acura with its airbags deployed and doors open. Investigators later determined the vehicle had been involved in an armed carjacking about 5 hours before the crash. State police say an extensive search was conducted the night of the crash, the following morning, and the days following in several areas near the abandoned vehicle. The morning after the crash, troopers say they received a call from the teen's mother, who reported her son had been in an accident and was, quote, in the woods with his friends freezing, end quote. Authorities say they then issued a missing persons report and silver alert for the teen. After following leads and conducting an aerial search, it wasn't until February 21st that state police say a person walking their dog in Wallingford found the 17-year-old's body along the banks of the Quinnipiac River near the Wallingford Compost Center on John Street. Now the NAACP says it's forming its own investigative committee to examine how the search and investigation was handled.
Kim Fisher, as I had stated earlier, is the local branch president currently, and they will put together a committee of lawyers, of private investigators, and community activists to find out what exactly took place.
The question we are raising today is whether Khasir received the same urgency. Did this black child receive the same level of concern, protection, and mobilization that any missing child deserves?
It is very disturbing that this young man's been missing for so long and that no one knew anything about it.
And in the report from CSP, troopers say they are saddened by the discovery that occurred, quote, in spite of the dozens of police, fire, and EMS personnel that worked this case in the hours and days following the collision, end quote.